What if you were arrested, but the judge suddenly says there's no case and lets you walk free? In this courtroom moment, everything flips when the judge starts questioning the evidence, and what happens next will surprise you.
Good morning, Mr. Ogaro. Sir, you're charged with evading arrest or detention. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews in the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer, will lawyer be appointed to represent you, sir?
On June 29th, 2024, officers were dispatched to an assault in progress in Harris County, Texas. Officers observed a black SUV which had 3 people inside and confirmed it to be the vehicle of interest. The defendant got out of the driver's side of the vehicle and began to walk away from the officers. The officer then told everyone to stop, and the defendant kept walking away, ignoring commands. The officer told the defendant multiple times to stop, but the defendant did not comply and began evading on foot from the officer towards an apartment complex. Foot pursuit began, and another officer then drove towards the defendant and gave verbal commands to stop, announcing Houston police stop. The defendant was eventually caught, and officers were able to place the defendant in handcuffs. The total approximate length was 1/4 mile. Upon return to the original scene, all other parties had left the scene along with a vehicle of interest.
What was the detention for? What was he doing wrong?
Officers were there on an assault call and had a description of the vehicle. And once they saw it, they approached, and that's whenever defendant.
Do you have more than just an assault call? Any kind of identifying factors? I mean, it's really just vague how there's just cars don't assault, you know? Like if there was some kind of description, someone in the car had assaulted someone or something to that nature, you know, but just.
I mean, officers were able to confirm the vehicle by the license plate given from the call.
Okay.
So they confirmed that it was the defendant's vehicle that they approached on.
Do they say that someone assaulted someone, that they were?
Just that it was just an assault call, Your Honor.
Yeah, I need more than that. I mean, it's really vague. It's presumptuous. No, Beetle, do you have anything else?
I'll look at it. Just let me take a look at it.
Okay.
If you
Just do me a solid, will you? Just take a seat for me. I want to make sure that there's probable cause if there is. If not, I'm going to cut you loose. But I want to make sure that there really is. So just give me a second and then we'll get back with you.
Judge, I see what you're saying. I was like, if you want to do whatever you want to do.
That's it?
And then I'll resolve it. I mean, I think you were questioning whether it was probable cause.
Right.
related to the case.
There's nothing new?
I don't really disagree with you.
Okay. Come up, sir. So this was Ogaro. Okay, Mr. Ogaro. I'm gonna find that there's no probable cause in your case. Just be careful out there, man. People are always out to hunt you down, you know what I mean? Just be careful, don't put yourself in the spot, okay? All right, you're free to go. For sure.
Señor, me llamo Luis Intérprete, mucho gusto.
Anelas de la Toro. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent.
It's too loud.
Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
I already have an attorney.
Great. Is it?
¿Quién es? Solo mira el juez, hermanito.
José García, pero dijo
José García,
que iba a venir acá, no, que me dieran otra corte que me iba a presentar.
otra fecha. Okay, he told me to ask for another date so I could represent
Es
myself.
que ayer fue de vacación y viene hasta ya meses.
Okay. Yesterday was a vacation day and he doesn't return until. ¿Cuándo vuelve?
Cuando me den otra cita, no sé qué.
Oh, okay. Whenever he returns, I'm not sure whatever date.
Going to do probable
Le vamos a hacer
cause.
cosas
Please
razonables.
don't say anything
Por
at
favor,
this
no diga
moment.
nada durante esta fase.
Perfecto.
Okay.
Perfect.
On June 26,
El
26,
26 de
2024,
junio 2024,
officers responded to a disturbance call at a
llamado de
food bank in
estudio
Harris
a
County,
un banco de
Texas.
comida del condado de Harris, Texas.
Dispatch provided the
El despacho
vehicle description
dio la
of the
descripción del
defendant,
vehículo del
who was
acusado,
stated to have
que
a
se declaró
firearm and be under the influence of
que tenía un
alcohol.
arma de fuego supuestamente y estaba bajo la influencia de
What?
alcohol. ¿Espera qué?
The dispatch said
El
gave
despacho
the
dijo,
vehicle
dio la
description
descripción
and
del
was also
vehículo y
told by the
también se le
caller that
informaron
he
por
had a
el llamador
firearm
que
and
tenía
was
un arma
under
de
the
fuego y
influence
estaba
of
bajo la
alcohol.
influencia de alcohol.
Okay.
No.
The defendant was parked.
Stop.
Pare.
The defendant was
El
found to be
acusado se le
parked at the
encontró
Chevron gas station.
estacionado en la gasolinera de Chevron.
Upon search, there was no
Al hacer un
weapons
registro,
inside the
no había
vehicle, and the
arma dentro del vehículo.
defendant was then
El
asked to
acusado
exit
se
the
le pidió que se
vehicle
saliera del
and was
vehículo
asked if he
y se le
consumed
pidió
any
que se
alcohol.
le preguntó que si consumió algo de alcohol.
The defendant
El
stated he
acusado
had two
declaró
beers
que
earlier.
consumió 2 cervezas temprano.
Officers observed
Oficiales
the
observaron
defendant to
que el
have
acusado
glossy
tenía
eyes
ojos
and a
muy
mild
rojos
odor of
y
beverage on the breath. The officers
El oficial
did locate a six-pack of
sí
Modelo
localizaron
beers on the
una
passenger side
parte de 6
floorboard
modelos, cervezas modelos en la parte trasera del
with 3
vehículo,
empty
con
bottles
3 botellas vacías
back in the cardboard container.
que todavía pasó en contenedor de papel.
Standard
de
field
cartón.
sobriety
Los
test
estudios
was
de terreno se
conducted,
realizaron.
6 of 6
6
on
de
the
6 pistas en
HGM,
extremo
3 of 8 on
3
the
de
walk
8
and
pistas en
turn,
camino
and
giro,
1 of 4
y una
on
de
the
4
one-leg
pistas en un paro
stand.
de una pierna.
DIC was read and the
Advertencia secretaria
defendant
general y el
consented
acusado
to
dio
breath
consentimiento a prueba
but
de delito,
refused to sign the
pero se
document.
rehusó firmar el documento.
The defendant complied with the breath
El
request
acusado,
on the intoxilizer, but while attempting his
I'm
second
sorry.
breath,
I'm so sorry to interrupt the defendant. What? The intoxicalizer, what?
the defendant
El acusado,
complied
cumplió. Thank you.
with a breath request on
Con
the
el pedido de
intoxilizer,
aliento sobre el alcoholímetro,
but while attempting
pero
his
mientras
second breath,
intentando su segundo
the machine
prueba de
stopped
aliento, la
and gave
máquina
a
paró
reading of
y dio una lectura
interference
de
detected.
interferencia detectada.
Officer
El
requested a
oficial
sample of
pidió
blood from
una
the
muestra de
defendant, to
sangre
which
del
he
acusado, de
refused,
la cual él se rehusó.
and blood was
Y
taken
sangre
pursuant to a
fue
warrant.
traída de acuerdo a una
Did you
orden
say that he was driving?
por extracción de sangre.
He
Usted
was
dijo que
found
estaba
at the
manejando, se
Chevron
le
gas
encontró en la
station
gasolinera de
with the
Chevron
engine running,
con el motor
and
prendido.
yes. So when officers
Entonces, cuando
made
los
contact, he
oficiales
was
hicieron
found in the
contacto,
driver's
se le
seat,
encontró
engine
en
running
el
at the
centro
gas
de
station near
el
that
motor
food bank.
prendido en la
Does anyone see
gasolinera.
him driving?
Alguien
All
lo
we
vio.
have is him sitting at, I mean, we don't have anyone that sees him driving, right? All you have a caller that says there's a guy with a gun and alcohol, and the cops get to him and he's just sitting at a gas station.
He was
Ahí
at
estaba la
the food
gasolinera.
bank,
Él
and
estaba
then
en
in
el
the
banco
same
de
area, he
comida
was
y
found at the gas
encontró
station
en
near
la
the food
gasolinera
bank,
cerca del
and
banco de comida
with the engine
con el
running,
motor
which
prendido,
operating a vehicle,
operando un vehículo.
the engine can be running,
El
and it
motor
can be
puede
inferred
estar
from him
Anyone
giving.
that's
prendido, no sé si es
driving, that sees him driving? Do you have a witness?
¿Hay un testigo?
No, Your Honor.
No, su señoría.
Let's do this. I'm gonna have you just take a seat in the jury box. I'm not ready to rule on this yet. We need to do a deeper dive on the case, sir.
One case dismissed, another hanging by a thread. This courtroom proves that a single question can change everything. If you want to see more real moments where justice takes unexpected turns, hit subscribe now, because the next case might be even more shocking.